So I have to change these tires over to the snow tires, but I can't find the locking key for these locking nuts here. The new one is $20, but because it's really about to snow anytime now, I want to get these tires on as soon as possible and don't have to wait for shipping. So I'm going to show you how to get these locking wheel nuts off without the key, with just a hammer and a proper socket. So first thing you want to do here, oh wait a second. First thing you want to do is get a rod and a hammer and hit the nut quite hard. And what that does is it compresses the aluminum seat of it just a bit, and then that loosens it up a lot, because the only thing going to take this off is friction, and then we want as little resistance as possible so it doesn't wreck the socket or come off accidentally. So next thing we do is we take a socket that is just a bit smaller than the diameter needed to fit over top of here, and make sure that's the 12.1. So that means that it doesn't have a hexagon, it has a dodecagon. So it has 12 little points inside. It's not a hexagon, otherwise it won't fit on properly. And what we're going to do is going to hammer this on, and then all these little points will grab onto this and create friction, which we can then use to undo the nut. So then, after you've hammered on it with the hammer and the rod, you take your socket, hold it straight in front of the nut, and then hammer it on. You want to make sure that it's quite straight coming out, but it's not really too critical if it isn't or not. Then take your socket or your torque wrench, or in my case I have a breaker bar, hook it on the socket and undo the nut. It should come off very easily because we hammered it loose in the beginning. And then just undo it by hand. And there's your locking wheel nut off. And now, this is now wedged in here. To get it off, what I do is I lock the socket in a vise, put this rod in through it, and then just hammer it, and then it just pops right out. And the best part is, there's minimal damage to the actual surface, the actual locking surface of them. So here's another one that I've taken off, and the only evidence that I took it off are these little lines here from the points on the socket. So there's minimal damage to the actual locking surface here. So if and when we do find the actual lock, then we can use these again just without any damage. So hopefully you learned something. Yeah, don't use this to seal tires. Just if you lose it or if they're damaged or something, then it's just a really easy way to take it off. So thanks for watching. Bye.